Thank you for coming back to another episode of Two Guys, One Table, also known as Don't Mind Me. This is my co host, Becky. I'm Draco.
Yo,
Yo, it's good to be back. Last episode was Tortilla Tag. How'd you feel about Tortilla Tag?
tortilla tag was alright. It was fun. We ran out of tortillas, so it ran out of fun.
Yeah, I think Tortilla Tag was my favorite of the two so far. It was more interactive. Um, one of my microphones decided to quit working, so we're gonna do the old pass back and forth method. And today's episode has a few announcements, so stay tuned for that. But also, we're gonna be doing tier lists. So Becky and I have come up with pretty much 8 subjects that we're gonna be doing tier lists on. You know, the typical A, B, C, D, E, F tiers. And yeah, do you have anything you want to say beforehand?
No.
We'll jump right into it with I love me a good sandwich. Everybody's
So,
favorite thing. That's arguable. Here sandwiches. Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon, egg, and cheese for sure. I'm going high C tier. It's a superior breakfast sandwich, but it's just a breakfast sandwich. Not very universal.
I think it's more of an egg and cheese because the bacon is like supplemental. You know, it's a supplemental meat. I'd much prefer something else. So yeah, I agree with it. C tier. BLT, another bacon centered sandwich.
I'm a big BLT guy. I personally like it probably more than a bacon, egg, and cheese, and you can eat it at any time. You could eat it for breakfast. You could argue that it's a breakfast sandwich. I'm going ahead of bacon, egg, and cheese for now.
I'm gonna let him speak for the bacon enjoyers because it's pretty mid to me. So I'll respect his wishes of it above the bacon, egg, and cheese. Next is a bologna sandwich. I'm not a big fan of bologna sandwiches. Excuse me. I think bologna is flattened hot dog. I'm a fan of hot dogs though, so don't ask me why it tastes different because it's flat. I do not know. To me, this is the worst sandwich so far.
It's definitely the worst sandwich so far. I don't think it belongs in the worst tier, also known as the poop zone.
Poop zone.
But I think it can go in the one above it. I don't think we're going to. We'll probably get something. We might get something worse, but I don't think we're going to do a whole lot worse. Fried bologna, though, that's a different story.
We'll go with the good old cheeseburger next. This is an A, if not S tier sandwich for me. You can do anything with a burger. I mean, literally anything.
It's definitely S tier. It's probably the most diverse sandwich on here. You can do it for 3 meals a day, really. And there's about a million different combination of burger, and you can cook it in different ways. So it's got to be S tier.
I made this cheeseburger this one time. I'll tell you what was on it here in a second. But I sent it to the group chat, the group chat. And one of my boys said this looks like something they would eat if they were drunk. So I that's kind of what I named it after. But it's cheeseburger, right? And then you get like barbecue sauce, bacon, and then your other toppings. Like I prefer lettuce and all that, but you don't have to. But then mac and cheese and tater tots on that bitch. You remember the picture I sent?
I do. I do. Another a good burger topping, a sleeper topping, is the sweet and spicy chili Doritos on a burger. Those go crazy.
I never thought of that.
You got to do it.
I never thought of that.
I'm very fat, so of course I thought of it.
This next one I believe is a chicken bacon ranch sandwich, which I don't know how popular that is, but I know a few people that like. I'll get it at Subway every now and then. You know what I mean? I know a few people that do the same. I enjoy it more than bacon. Like I think with bacon you need something. So chicken, bacon ranch, that makes sense.
I know a couple people that really like chicken bacon ranch. I don't dislike it. I think it's good, but you have to be in the mood for a chicken bacon ranch to
I agree
want
with
one.
that.
I'll probably put it above BLT, but I wouldn't go higher than C tier on that, personally.
Yeah, this is all subjective, which we'll get to something about that in a minute. But this next sandwich is super arguable. I think this is a chicken salad sandwich.
That anything that says the word salad that isn't a fucking salad goes directly into the poop zone. Shit is straight fucking trash. It's like fucking prison food. Get that shit out of my sight.
I'm a chicken salad lover, dude. I'm not a big tuna salad lover, but I love me some chicken salad. Uh, if my vote is strong enough, I'm gonna keep it out of the poop zone. I'll put it behind the bologna out of respect for Becky here, but I love me some chicken salad. Love it. Uh, Next up we got a French dip and Swiss, which my dad introduced me to. The first one I got was from the Arby's, and it was pretty good, but it's definitely much better homemade. Oh my god, it's so good. You know what French dip and Swiss is?
I've never had one, so I'm undecided on this. I don't have an opinion.
Oh, it's so good. It's like I don't know if it's like I don't know what kind of beef it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. Roast beef, some other type of beef. I don't care. It tastes good. But then the little broth you have the juice from the beef that you cooked, and when you make that shit at home, like oh my god, it's so good. Obviously, sub bun. I think it's an A level sandwich to me. Next up, we got grilled cheese.
S tier for sure.
He's making them at night.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, 3 a.m. It doesn't matter. Grilled cheese is going directly to the S tier. Can't beat it.
I like to I like to throw like deli ham on it before oh my god, hot ham and cheese. I believe this is a ham sandwich, like just a deli ham.
I think both the ham sandwich and just the turkey sandwich should be like low C tier. They're really good, but like they're really good certain times. You can't eat them all the time. They're just a solid sandwich. They're much better when you're 8 years old getting out of a swimming pool.
Would you say they're behind the bacon, egg, and cheese?
They're behind the bacon, egg, and cheese for sure.
I think the ham is better than the turkey. That's why it's behind. This is the Italian sub, which is a staple. I don't know about all areas, but in this area, almost everybody I know loves them a good Italian sub.
Italian sub is probably my favorite sub. I love a good Italian sub. For me, it's an S tier. I think it's one of the best.
I'll put it. It's not better or worse than the French dip and Swiss. It's equal. Meatball sub. Meatball sub. I'm not a big fan of meatball subs.
Meatball subs are good if you really, really want a meatball sub, but that's about it.
I wouldn't put that. I would maybe above the bologna sandwich if you ask me. That's just my personal.
I would definitely put it above bologna, but I wouldn't go much higher.
PB and J.
S tier sandwich, no question. PB and J is goaded.
Let me let you in on a little secret here. This probably isn't that much of a secret, but if you make the peanut butter and jelly like a grilled cheese, what you know about that?
I don't.
Try it. Philly cheesesteak.
Definitely my favorite sandwich of all time. A good Philly cheesesteak is the best sandwich around. You can't beat it.
I agree. It's pretty damn good. Sometimes I would really much prefer a burger though, so I'll make those even as well. One's not better than the other, but they are at the top. Sausage, egg, and cheese.
That can't be any higher than bacon, egg, and cheese. They got to be next to each other. Personally,
And then this one's a tuna salad sandwich.
fucking poop zone for
Poop zone.
No chance.
All right.
I'm also willing to move a couple of the C's into maybe a D tier.
Chicken bacon ranch for sure.
Yeah,
BLT.
I would. I think that's good.
All right, that's it. I agree with that statement. B tier was looking pretty empty. So yeah, I'll give you the quick recap. This is mine and Becky's joint sandwich tier list. We both had differing opinions on some, but this is pretty much what we came to the agreement of. The two best that are not one's better than the other: cheeseburger and Philly cheesesteak, followed up by grilled cheese and peanut butter and jelly. Those are the pioneer sandwiches. Then the next one we got French dip and Swiss and the Italian sub, which respectively are the two of our favorite type of subs, excluding the Philly cheesesteak. And then mid tier, chicken bacon ranch and BLT. Chicken bacon ranch a little better than the BLT because it's got more.
Yeah, it's got a little more substance.
Yeah, got a little bit more of that. You know what I mean? So then we got the bacon sandwich twins, bacon, egg, and cheese. I meant the breakfast sandwich twins, bacon, egg, and cheese, and the sausage, egg, and cheese, followed by a ham sandwich and a turkey sandwich, which are staples for when you're out of the pool as a child. And then stayed out of the cut to be in the poop zone, but they are pretty not that desirable sandwiches. Meatball sub, bologna sandwich, not fried, because he thinks fried bologna sandwiches bump up some.
They bump up a lot.
They bump up a lot to him. And then we got the chicken salad sandwich, which he thinks should be in the poop zone, but I saved it because I like some chicken salad. And then poop zone, we got the tuna salad sandwich. Boo. So next up, all right, everybody. So announcement number one, Don't Mind Me has partnered with Dubby, Dubby.gg. That's where you go to look them up. They are new to me. I just got put onto them. I'm not going to lie. I already tried. I tried the Blue Raz. They sent me, it's Dubby Sweet and Sour Blue Raz Jitterless Energy Blend. So think of like your energy drinks, but without the jitters. And also, there's no crash, which I can say I've been drinking on it for about a week now, and I am a big energy drink guy. Here, can you hold this for a second? I'm a big energy drink guy, and I got a long 12-hour workday. I get through my workday usually with a couple of energy drinks that are not disclosed. But so these guys, I've been drinking this Dubby stuff for a week now, and let me tell you, honest review, not because I'm partner. I swear to God, you guys know me. It's pretty good. It tastes really good. I'm gonna have him taste test this Blue Raz. He has not tried it yet, but he did test out my promo code. Which, if you guys go to their website and you use code DMM, that's capital letters DMM PC. The PC is in lowercase, so I'll put it up here on the screen. DMM PC. You'll get 10% off your order, and it's a partnership. So the more that I help them, they help me. You know, they'll send me more stuff to promo and to try for you guys. So I'm not a big tap water. I'm gonna go ahead and make this for you. I'm not a big tap water drinker. So and the cup is really nice. It's got the measurements on the side. It's kind of like, you got. I'm not gonna say the name, but it's like a brain fuel. You know what I mean? So, they send me this tub. It's the Blue Raz. It's just this little. This is one serving, and you dump it in there. You get to pick your cup and all that good stuff. Becky here got this cup. I got this cup. And then so you just give it a shake. No homo. Just a little shaky shake. I like to put ice in it, but I didn't want to bring ice this time. And look, this guy. So this is one serving, and this tub comes with 30 servings in it. So it lasts you for roughly a month, unless you're taking 2 a day, which it says is probably the max you should do. So while he gives this a taste test, don't worry, I'm gonna block you out with a cornball photo. But he's gonna give this a taste test real quick. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So Dubby is a clean energy drink designed to give you focus with no crash. Dubby contains vitamins, amino acids, and 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. quick taste review.
Blue raspberry, definitely a must get. It's very good, and
Yeah.
it's not like your typical water mixes you get that taste like only water, no matter how much you put in it.
And you don't have to add sugar.
No, just that little bit that's in the one serving is plenty enough flavor. Also, if you use our code for like, I think I spent like $25. I got 3 1 serving mystery packs to try, and I got the shaker cup. So for $25, you get your foot in the door. So you at least it's a good starter pack.
So I'm gonna finish this up, and I got a few questions about his order. So W uses no sugar, no artificial colors or dyes, secret formulas, hidden ingredients, and it's gluten free. So if you guys are looking for a substitute to your energy drinks that'll get you jumping, get you through a work day, maybe give this a shot. I would consider it. So what flavors did you get in that pack?
Uh, I don't remember exactly. I remember I got dragon fruit lemonade, which was pretty good. I got peach, and I can't remember the other one. It's been a minute since I tried it, but I really liked the first one I got. I think it was strawberry something, and it was really good. And I don't like strawberry, but it was really good. And I will say, I drink an energy drink every day. I went a couple of days at work just drinking this, no energy drink. I had enough energy to get through my day. I didn't crash, and I didn't get my headaches that I usually get with a regular energy drink. So I personally can vouch for this as an actual energy drink to replace your normal.
And my honest review is this is the stuff to get, man. I'll do a little bit more of like what it looks like unreversed and all that. I'll probably put that in with this as a voiceover, but it's really dope. And I think if you're really looking for something to substitute an energy drink, like us, we were crashing and all that, maybe give this a shot, man. It might be worth your time. We got gaming consoles, which there's a lot of repeat companies just inventing new consoles. So naturally, some of the newer consoles are going to go up, but also it's going to be a great mix of nostalgia factor in there.
And as a disclaimer for everyone who's probably going to come for our fucking heads after this list, we haven't played some of these consoles. Believe it or not, we aren't 40 years old. So if we put a old console at the bottom that we have never touched, it's not because we think it's bad. If you want to make your own, make your own.
Actually, speaking of which, I'm glad you said that because if you do want to, I'll leave a link to each one of these tier lists that I've created. And if you would like to join us for a segment on an episode, go ahead, fill out my tier lists, and then leave it. And you can comment photos now, right?
Probably.
I don't know. If you can comment photos, do that. If you can't, I'll
If you can't comment photos, join the Discord and drop them in the Discord.
and then we will put you guys on a wheel to spin electronically, and that will decide the winner of who gets to win the segment opportunity to come on for a little segment on the show. What do you think of that?
Sounds good to me.
So right here, we're going to start off with a 3DS.
All right. I think all of the DSs. I had the original and I had the 3DS, and I have played a DSi. They're all very good. They're not very good. They're all really good for what they are. Back when I was a kid, the DS was the coolest fucking thing ever. But in reality, they're not that good. They're just kind of a pioneer of handheld consoles. So I think a good C tier is perfect for the DS family.
Yeah, I think that's really fair. Like he said, when you were a kid and you had one, that was the shit. But once you broaden your perspective, like he said, it's just a pioneer of handheld gaming.
Also, the 3DS, the 3D switch on it to actually turn it to quote 3D The only thing that did was make the screen blurry and give you horrible headaches. So that was a bit of a fail. But it was kind of cool. I mean, I don't know why you would want 3D from a screen that is this fucking big, but it's a thought that counts.
Just real quick before we move on, some of my favorite games to play on the DS were like Beyblade, where you had to do the spin, and then and then also Bakugan, which is I didn't even play the shit that most people played. Next up, we got the Atari, which I mean, that was pretty much the first like actual console thing, right? So I think that just is nominated for the S tier spot. Just being the pretty much the grandfather of everything else.
I don't know if it's S tier. It nostalgia hits and it is a pioneer. We can put it in S tier. I'm okay with that. It has some fun games. It was one of the first consoles I ever played with my dad. I grew up playing Pitfall on Atari, which was really fun. So I'm okay with it being S tier.
All right, we'll leave it S tier. The GameCube, which that's one of the ones I don't have a whole lot of experience with. I just played somebody I knows a few times, but when I did, it was like fun. You know what I mean? Like I had a good time. I wouldn't say it's well, yeah, I would say it was kind of more fun than the DS, honestly.
I never played, so it'll go wherever you want it to
I'll put it in the B tier. We're gonna get so cooked for this one.
go.
We're gonna get so cooked. The Game Boy Advance. No, that's not the Advance. That's just the regular Game Boy, not the Advance. Like I don't really know the difference. I'm not gonna lie.
I wasn't ever a Game Boy guy. The only Game Boys I ever played was with one of my friends on a bus, on a school bus. And I really liked it, but I never had one, so I can't really judge it based off of maybe an hour total of playtime on any of them. So I would be okay with putting Game Boy at the very bottom in the poop zone, which the poop zone for this list is for consoles we haven't played enough to fairly judge.
That's it. I'm glad you mentioned that. I forgot. Uh, so yeah, like he said, we can't really fairly judge that one, so we're gonna put it in the poop zone, which is not the poop zone for this tier list. So next we got the Nintendo 64, which I don't have a whole lot of experience with.
That was one of the Nintendos I never touched, so I'm okay with poop zoning that one for non-playable for me.
Um, Next is just the Nintendo, which I think everybody pretty much agrees that's a pretty fire console.
I never played it. That was not the Nintendo I started with. But yeah, I mean it's a Nintendo, so I'm okay with, even though I haven't touched it, putting it in like a good B.
I put it in A just because I feel like that's where a lot of people's gaming history starts, and that was like their introduction to it. Next is the Nokia Engage, which I don't know if I had this exact thing, but my grandma did get me uh like something that was along these lines. I just can't remember because I was so young. And while it was fun, it like you had like two options. It was kind of like an arcade system in your hand, really. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the D because it's not so unknown to me that I don't know what it is. So it goes in the poop zone. So it's gonna go in the actual poop zone D because it's a very niche portion of the gaming world.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I never played it, so I'm okay. It's Nokia. It can't be that fucking good.
Next, we got the Nintendo Switch, um, which I never actually like I never owned one. I've seen some when I was in school. This is like what the kids were playing, and I never really got the hype. I mean, I guess it's pretty much a tablet with two controllers attached to it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I never had any of the Switches. I do. I couldn't put. I'm okay with grading them, even though I've never had them, because I do have a lot of respect for the Nintendo games, and obviously it's a big console. It can't be bad as many as it's sold. So I think B for the Switches is good. I mean, the games are obviously your classic Nintendo games. They can't be bad. So, and it's really popular. So that has that going for it. But I just personally never got one.
Next, we have the PlayStation 1, the first one. Again, this is where a lot of people that's more my age started their gaming history. Um, and you either had, this or the Xbox, which we'll get into here in a bit. But for me, this is up there in the B tier, maybe behind the Switch, but before the 64. Just because, what it has to offer.
The PS1 was not the first, but one of the first gaming consoles I ever had. I actually still own it, and it still works, and I have all my games for it. One of my favorite consoles ever. I don't know if it's because I was just a little kid, and obviously anything's fucking fun, but I personally really, really enjoyed it. So I'm okay with putting the PS1 in A tier. But actually, I don't know. I can do a soft B right now for it. It's really good. It's one of the best for sure.
Why don't you just hold that? And next, we got the PS2.
All right, PS2. I think it's probably better than PS1 because of the games. It's kind of when games started to get more advanced and more like just better. I have a lot of memories of the PS2 as well, so I'm okay with it being B tier but ahead of PS1.
Do you think we should bump the Switch up to A?
No, I don't think we can do A tier because we never touched it.
PS3.
All right, PS3.
This one's got to be A tier.
Yeah, probably A. I mean, I had one. I really liked it. I have a lot of memories on it, a lot of hours on a PS3. Do I think it's actually a functionally better console than, like, say, a Switch? No, it's not. But I like it more.
Yeah, subjectively to us, we enjoyed the time spent on the PS3. That holds a lot of value. So to me, it's a really, I mean, for what it was a good console.
I have infinite amount of hours played on Black Ops 2 Zombies with my stepbrother on PlayStation 3. So for me, it's a nostalgia thing.
Next, we have the PS4, which I'll let you take the wheel on that one.
I personally do not like PS4. I never enjoyed it. I didn't like the interface. I thought it was slow. I thought it was noisy. I didn't like the game. But that being said, still one of the most popular consoles. It's just down to personal opinion.
Yeah, I'm a PlayStation guy, and I was always really frustrated with the PS4. Now I own a PS5, which so far is my favorite. But like he said, it's just really like the interface is hard to use at first, and then even going forward, I still had to look up things. Maybe I'm just not smart, but also when you start it, it sounds like you're on an airport. So yeah, I think it's pretty valid, right above the DS collection, but under the 64. I mean the Cube. Sorry. Next, we got the PS5. In my opinion, because I'm not an Xbox person right now, I think it's probably the best gaming console in my opinion. I'm gonna say it again. In my opinion, it's the best gaming console. So I'm probably gonna assume we'll end up in the A tier somewhere. I'm okay with it getting its way into S tier though.
Here's my opinion on gaming consoles with the new shit. I'm not a PlayStation guy. I don't own a PS5. I've used them and I played them. It's not my cup of tea. However, for anyone to sit there and try to say a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series is actually functionally better than the other, they're just wrong. They are the exact same thing. Get what you like. I don't. The whole debate between which console is better is completely subjective to what you like. I personally like the interface of Xbox more, and I like the controllers more. So obviously I use one. He likes the interface of PlayStation more, likes the controllers more. So if we have one or the other higher than the other, do we actually think one is superior? No, it's just what our opinions are.
Yeah, and that's something that me and him have had long debates about before. Anyway, we got the series, which I'm gonna put right there next to PlayStation. I'll even put it higher just for respect factor.
All right, the series is my favorite console of all time. Well, not of all time, but it's very close. I'm actually perfectly content with putting both the series and the PS5 in S tier because not only are they very good functionally, very good with like sales, they're fun. They work good, they sell good, the games are good. They're just good consoles. They're everything you want. You can do anything on them, so I think you have to put both of them in S. In either order, it really doesn't matter. Like I said, it's all opinion.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good take. Those are pretty staple. Obviously, they're the most fresh consoles, so they're capable of the most, but they also are just the best consoles between the two of them. One thing I did notice that we didn't include here is any type of PC build, which I believe we shouldn't have to include because it's obviously S tier because it can do literally anything if you know how to use it.
And it's also not a console, so
Next, we have the Super Nintendo with the cartridges on top. I'm pretty sure this got to be A tier, right? Or no?
Super Nintendo was my foot in the door for gaming in general. It was actually my first console, and I still have it, and it works sometimes. But yeah, I really like it. It might just be a nostalgia thing, but the games are really fun. Donkey Kong Country, all the classics. I'm okay with a high B, low A, because obviously functionally, no, it's not better than the modern stuff. But I probably had more fun on it than a lot of other stuff. So I'm okay with the B tier for the Super Nintendo.
Next, we have the Wii collection. We'll start with the Wii U. Uh,
I never played the Wii U.
I've never played it. I've been in the area, like sitting next to somebody that played it, and it just looks pretty much like another PlayStation Vita type of thing. Just a handheld Nintendo console. I don't know if it's like downloadable games or like insert games, but I feel like you just gotta respect it and put it with the DS type of things anyhow because it's obviously, well, I don't know, it might be capable of things like the Switch, but
I think we put it in the. I think we put it below the DSs. I don't think it's as good, but it can be in the same tier. But I never really played it, so I can't really say for sure. I also don't think it was notably that great of a console.
the Wii,
The Wii's S tier.
yeah.
There's no arguments. This is one that's not an opinion. It's an actual fact. If you have a Wii anywhere other than S tier, then you need to fucking argue with the wall. Because the Wii was hands down one of the best consoles ever made.
Yeah, dude, that shit would bring families together and tear them apart. Especially like me and my siblings, we used to stand in the living room and do like boxing tournaments, but against random opponents. And Matt comes in there and knocks everybody out every time, dude. He's like the hardest person to beat. It was so fun. We had so many good times. And I remember like how many people have broke TVs or walls because of the strap not being completely.
Or just absolutely fucking clobbered someone next to you.
It's just a good time all around.
And also, the Wii had so many fucking games.
So
there was
many games.
a ridiculous amount of Wii games, and they were all good. It was hard to find a Wii game that was genuinely bad.
Next we got the Xbox One.
All right, I can put it. I really liked it. I didn't have any issues with it. I think it's below the series in the PS5 because it's the same thing. It's just not as functionally good. So I'm okay with what A tier.
Yeah.
I think A tier is fair for the Xbox One. I think it's better. I will die on the hill that it's better than PS4, which was its competitor at the time. But that's just my opinion. But it's not functionally better than the new console, so I can't put it above it. And it's the same thing, playable wise. So
Next we got just the original Xbox.
I never played the original Xbox. I respect it because it was a pioneer, but I never played it, so I can't judge it.
Xbox 360.
Xbox 360 is another one that has to be S tier. In my opinion, it is hands down the best gaming console ever made. The interface was ahead of its time. You could create your own avatars. The games were excellent. It was the start of some classics. It's just a super, super good console. I do think Xbox has went downhill since the 360 in terms of their dashboard, their display, everything. It's just a fun time. I have more gaming hours on a 360 than probably anything.
Yeah, I agree. I also spent a lot of my teenage life on the Xbox 360. It was mainly Minecraft, but there was some mix of other games in there. I really enjoyed the 360. That was before the controllers, in my opinion. This is when I diverted. Right after the Xbox 360 with the introduction of Xbox One, that's when I diverted to PlayStation. I was not fucking with the controllers after the Xbox 360. Um, but everybody has that. Like you remember your first Red Ring of Death, don't you?
Oh yeah, I have like 4 or 5 360s, and I think 2 of them got red ring. So
Yeah, that's just something that I feel like almost everybody's got in
it's
common.
it's a canon event for sure.
Definitely a canon event. So I'm not going to go over the recap on this one. That's a lot to go over, but here you can see it. We have Xbox 360 crowned as the best console that's been developed so far. Uh, the ones in the poop zone we did not play enough to be able to judge. So keep that in mind. Also remember these are subjective. So please do not flame. Oh, go ahead and flame us a little bit if you want to generate some conversation.
Also, when you're debating or thinking we're wrong about something, if I see the argument, oh well, how can you have I don't know the PS1 ahead of this when you can do so much more on this newer console? Like we said, it has nothing to do with functionality.
It's Draco. I'm here in the edit, and I wanted to point out at the beginning of the episode, I said it was 8 tier lists, and that turned into like 4 hours of footage. So I trimmed down 2 of them, made that, I'll call this part one, and then I'll upload part two sometime shortly after this, not sure when. But if you guys want to see part three with other tier lists, just be sure to let us know. Or if there's anything that you want to see tier listed, also be sure to let us know. Thanks for tuning in, and it's been great. See you in the next one. Oh.